Okay, guys, welcome. This is Texas Rider here with the Texas Rider Show, episode 3. And how you guys doing today? We have Wayne Mothership Products.
Doing all right. Doing all
Uh,
right.
we have Jim Wizard Sands and
Hey,
Mike
how's everybody?
Biker's Basement. How's it going, guys?
Hey, everybody.
Everybody's great.
That's good. We have 4 people watching right now. That's great. And we'll get started today. Dwayne, how's it going on that bike that we've been talking about last week?
Yeah. Well, my tire came in, and the camera. I bought the camera a week and a half ago, but the memory card came in, so I actually got to play with it a little bit. I've already lost a piece of the camera, so that's awesome. It was
Oh, wow.
just a windscreen, So,
Oh,
but
okay.
so my audio is pretty messed up. I ordered another one, a little bit different style than what it had. The mic still works, but I get a lot of wind noise. So once I get that figured out, I'll tomorrow. I think I'll start taking it apart and cleaning it up.
So what kind of camera did you get?
I got an 8-man A79.
Was it off of eBay or
It was off Amazon.
Amazon? Okay. And
And,
it's shooting looks like 4K maybe.
It is 4K. If you have the stabilization on, which for a motovlog, you probably better have that on.
Right.
Stream at 2.7 K,
Okay.
but still at 30 frames a second. So, I've looked at the video and it looks pretty good. Now, if I can just figure the audio out, we'll be in business. So
Now, do you have it? You don't have it mounted to the handlebars, right? You have it mounted to your helmet.
I have it mounted to my face shield, the bottom of my
Okay.
face shield.
Yeah.
And then I have the mic, wrapped right up underneath the face shield by my mouth.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I wanted it to be kind of centered and at a more of an eye level.
Yeah.
I thought about doing the handlebars, but then I'd have to run, for the mic, I'd have to run a mic cable all the way from my handlebars up into my helmet. I figured that would be a pain. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, plus the handlebars is probably gonna have a lot of shaking. I'm not sure how much vibration is on your bike, even though it has stabilization.
yeah, well, right now it has a lot because it misses and backfires. It's running like crap.
Right.
That's where it's at
So
right
what's the record time on it?
now. I have a 64 gigabyte chip, and I think it's about 5 hours of total time that I can put on the card. Of course, the battery doesn't last that long. It did come with 2 batteries, so that was pretty nice.
Oh, that's good.
I think the battery lasts like an hour and 15 minutes is what it's rated
And
for.
Oh, that's good. Okay, real quick, we're gonna do shout outs to the people in the chat. Bargain shopping, that's Carol. How you doing, Carol?
hey,
We
Carol.
have so get this. That's Angie, that's my wife. We have Marie Perlet. I hope I didn't mess that up too bad.
Perlet.
Okay, yeah, Perlet. We have who else do we have? Biker's Basement in the house. Of course, he's live too. He's in the chat. If you have any questions, just go into the chat and type them out, and we'll answer as many as we can. Stuff like that. So what I wanted to show you real quick is our Facebook page. If you're not already connected to us, I'll bring this up here real quick. That's our Texas Rider page. And we'll scroll down. This you can post pictures. Anybody can post pictures. What we're going to kind of do once a week is pick the best picture of the week and display it on our show here. So if you want to get that in or just show pictures of your bike, just go and go to the Facebook page here and enter it in. But this shows our videos, our shows, my thank you subscribers here, my Sportster video that I did that I'm still working on. This is part 1. I'm working on part 2 right now. So just kind of go to that and connect with us. So on to Jim Wizard Sands. That's my dad here. And
Hey,
how's it going with you? What have you been doing with your bike? And
well, everything's good. I had a friend of mine that I'm going to change the subject from bikes for a minute about the COVID-19. I have a really close friend of mine that we've been friends for almost 35, 40 years, and he's got the COVID-19 virus. Now, what's unusual about this is that he is also a doctor. And being a doctor, I called him up and said, and he told me that he had the virus. Now, I haven't been in touch with him, but I mean, outside of a phone call, I haven't seen him in person, but outside of a phone call. So I asked him, I said, well, what are you doing? And he's telling me he's taking the malaria drug and the antibiotic that they recommend, and also zinc sulfate or the zinc uh, vitamins that they take to do that. And he's recovering. He's at home and he's recovering at home and he's doing well. So, but everybody just keeps saying prayers for him.
Yeah. Also, on that kind of note, we still want to thank, even all this stuff's going on. We pray for everybody. We also want to thank all the people that are still having to go to work that can't stay home. The doctors, nurses, all of them, ERs, everybody. Just even the people that work at the store, Walmarts, and everyone. They can get infected anytime. So thank you for keeping those stores open, and God bless you.
Absolutely.
So, Wizard, have you done any kind of searching on your bike, and what have you done with your bike so far this week?
Well, this last week, my wife and I put my accent lights on it. Happened to be lights that my son gave me for Christmas, I believe, and
Yep.
And so we put them on the bike, and it makes my 3-wheel trike look awesome.
I bet it does.
Took me about an hour and a half. It took me about an hour and a half. I don't have any pictures that I can share yet because I want to take some more that are better with a better camera. But it really does make the bike stand out. And to be honest with you, it was a do-it-yourself after James and I from Texasrider put the ones on his. My wife and I did mine in about an hour and a half, start to finish.
So does it have like runner lights and tank light? I mean, where are the accent lights at?
Well, we first thing we did is pull the seats off and the saddlebags off, and then we pulled the tank off. And the tank taken off was absolutely easy. As a piece of cake compared to the old days. And then I mounted them up underneath it. And I had some extension wires that I had bought that I was able to run them to my two front wheels and have some extension wires. I ran them back to underneath the saddlebags and underneath the engine. So it's front wheels, the engine, and underneath the saddlebags. And it looks good.
Oh,
I bet it comes off that chrome really nice.
Yeah, especially when it's new, right?
Yeah.
Since he has that matte black, it just really pops with the lighting. It has the multicolor, so he can change to any color that he wanted. Just same thing like mine, since mine's a midnight blue bike, I can just throw any colors out. But I mean, I have some pictures here that I've taken when I was at work. I drove to work last week because my truck was having issues. But I was riding and then get back to work. I turned on my lights kind of like the first time with pitch black, and it just looked really awesome. But those will probably be on my Instagram page. But think of switch to my Instagram page here real quick. I'll show you guys. Again, if you're not connected to my Facebook page, I do have an Instagram page. It will show all this, stuff about the show, just different pictures that we've been kind of taking, driving around. This is the shirt I got when I was on a job. I went out on location, and I went to Arkansas, which that's another story there. Arkansas, I was thinking that was like, man, this is going to be a pretty big place to go, and there's hardly any people where I went to. It's Fort Smith, which is a real small airport. It's like 2 terminals, and that's it. But funny thing was, going to the the hotel, there was a Harley Davidson dealership right there. So that's kind of like where I got this picture. I picked one up for my dad and also for Mike. But again, this shows pictures here. This is a picture of my old bike that my dad had given me. I rode that for a little over a year. This was all customized here. So
Nice. Hey, what size shirt do you guys? Because I live about half a mile from our local Harley dealership. I was going to go next week if they're open, and maybe I'll get you guys some shirts if I know what sizes you are.
yeah, I'm a large here. So
Yeah, whatever.
I'm
at least that's what Andy tells
I'm
me. Oh.
I'm extra large. I'm bigger than he is.
What about you, Mike?
Right now I'm probably a 3X.
Okay, that's where I'm at too. So, all right, cool. Well, if I go in, maybe I'll grab you some. It's Timpanogos.
Fantastic.
So not only that, I want on this channel, this YouTube channel, I want to talk about bikes mostly, but also want to throw hot rods and cars in too, like racing stuff like that too. But on that note, I know Wizard is trying to work a deal right now. He has a 2002 Harley F-150 Harley Davidson pickup truck, supercharged. It's really nice.
Wow.
But I know we were talking the other day, and you wanted to possibly trade that in for a hot rod. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This guy that I'm talking to wants to buy my Harley truck. He's been looking at it, but he has an '89 Chevy that he's a Chevy pickup actually, and it's a single cab, but he's got it customized. Has a custom hood, has a 350 motor in it, has the turbo shift transmission that's been souped up, and it really looks good. And he wants to trade me and give me some cash for it. So I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. How many miles does that Harley Davidson have? Do you know?
I have 129,000 on it.
Oh, okay. That's
Did you buy it brand new?
Almost brand new.
Almost. That's
yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I think it was 2002, but I think it was got it in 2004. I think somewhere in there.
No, we got it. We got it in 2003.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were the second owner.
Yeah. And then I know you were looking at getting the camera too, and you said you had got a gimbal camera. Let's talk about that one a little bit, Wizard.
You talking about my
what do you use for recording?
Yeah.
Like, your
well, I haven't found a helmet strap for it, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's a camera here that's got a gimbal. Well, that's not coming out very good the way they want right here. There we go. Camera. And so when I turn it on, it has a built-in gimbal so that when I'm doing that, you can see that when I'm turning, it stays absolutely straight. The camera does. So, and it's an awesome camera, and it also records in 4K.
Oh, does it? Okay. So you don't have to worry about the built-in stabilization that other action cameras have.
Correct.
Now is that waterproof?
No, it is not.
So that's something does it have a case for it?
Yes.
Or okay, so you can. I mean, like if you're trying to, let's say it ends up raining on you when you're riding, and it gets kind of wet. Is there a protective case?
No, there is not. Not on this one. So I wouldn't use it when I was riding if it happened to be going to rain or whatever. I would use a GoPro or something like that. I have a GoPro also. So
okay. And how about you, Mike? Did you find any interesting motorcycle deals?
No, I just been spending most of the time searching for a new source for those trick lights that you guys got on your bike. I've been looking for a new source and I think I found something, and I found some tailpipe lights too that go inside your tailpipe.
Yeah,
you can get them in red, green, and blue.
So when that video does come out, we are gonna probably be selling the light kits. Me and Mike over here, and we'll probably have them on our display here and on Facebook or on YouTube. So just keep that in mind too. I see
Also,
Dwayne.
doesn't
Well,
That's it.
doesn't
okay, go ahead.
say,
Dan.
doesn't Biker's Basement, isn't that like a website as well? Mike has a website, Biker's Basement, or
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Biker's Basement.
Just a second, guys. We're changing headsets.
Okay. So I see
I'm
Dwayne. You
gonna
haven't
give
said
it.
that one yet, huh? That sign
I'm gonna
yet?
give a shout out to. I'm gonna give a shout out to Dragonfly, which is my other half. She's tuned into the show, and she said she liked your shirt that you got from Australia, Dwayne.
yeah,
Her brother-in-law happens to be Australian.
yeah, that's what she was saying. She has relatives. I got this. I did a benefit auction for the Aussies when they had all their fires, and that's what they had sent me that as a thank you. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
We raised a lot of money. I think we ended up raising about $12,000. Well, 12,000 Aussie dollars. So that's about $7,000 American. For they had three different charities that they were given to. They were given to the Wildlife Fund. They were given to the first responders over there. It was basically the firefighters and their families, and then the other one was the Red Cross. And between the three, we ended up making them $12,000 for them. So I was really humbled to be asked to do that.
Yeah, that is good for sure.
Well, has anybody thought how all this COVID-19 is going to affect Sturgis?
Oh, that's a good question. Or even Sturgis is when September, right?
Yeah.
Did I lose you?
No,
I'm here. We're here.
I'm here.
Oh, Mike, real quick.
Do I sound better now, guys? I was told I sounded like I was underwater.
Yeah, you sound good. And
Okay.
I know, give us some time.
Okay, you're good.
On YouTube through StreamYard. It's saying that the connection might be a little slow because everybody's on there. So just kind of be patient with us if we feel like we're buffering or anything like that. So,
right.
Tell us a little bit about Biker's Basement, if you would, Mike.
Well, it's a classified site for bikers, motorcycles, any models. It's for guys to put their takeoff parts on up. Like during the winter when you're doing like a rebuild or an upgrade, instead of going to eBay, which is going to cost you money. You can come over to Biker's Basement, get an account. You can list your parts or any biker related items up there for free for 90 days. There's no final value fee, no listing fee. We make our money from banner ads.
Good.
And we're going to try to work on opening it up to dealerships. Those guys will probably set up a charge because they can flood the site with a lot of bikes. But we want to cater more to the independent shops, the small shops, and the guys and gals out there that ride and work on their bikes. What I wanted to say about the motorcycle lights, because Jim had said something about the COVID-19. I know that a lot of people freak out thinking, hey, if I buy something and it comes from China, am I going to get sick and all? And the thing is, when you're like, if I placed an order tomorrow, it's going to take 30 days to get here.
Right.
And within 30 days, it's not going to last, even if it was on a package.
Right. I think they're saying it lasts on a surface like 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 days. But so everybody rest assured, anything that we order that comes from out of there, I mean, I'd love to get them through a manufacturer here in the U.S., but nobody manufactures them.
Right.
What they'll do is they'll buy large orders, and then they'll say, "Oh, we sell them in the U.S." And then actually, what it is, it's some guy like myself that say maybe bought 100 units or whatever. I just being straight up, I'm going straight through China because I can't get anybody here to make them.
Yeah.
And I wish they would. And when we get them, we spray them down with disinfectant or a bleach water. We spray the packages down. So I know we need to be safe,
but let's don't freak out, because if that's the case, hey, you need to worry then about everything you buy out of a grocery store or a fast food store, and there's no reason to get into a panic over it. I mean, just as long as you're careful and you follow certain steps. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And we'll have those on the website, and I don't know, maybe Texasrider there will probably give some away when he does decide to do a giveaway.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is our next video, our lighting video that I'm going to do is kind of be an instructional video too. So each set of lights, they can go to the YouTube page and find out, okay, this is how Texasrider did it. This is how you basically plug it in. We recorded that, pretty good quality, 4K, and then you can just, if you have any questions, you can go to the YouTube channel, the video to watch it. And if you still have any more questions, you can also contact us on Facebook. So on Texas Riding. So
very cool. Yeah, I'll actually be doing. I'm going to start a new YouTube channel as well, based off of for the motorcycle stuff. I was going to do it on my previous channel, but I thought, I'll just make another one. So, but yeah, my hopes are to do some scenic vlogs, moto vlogs, and some instructional stuff. How to where the who's and what's is on my bike, and so that there's been a couple of things like I didn't know where my my tool bag was on my bike. It took me forever to find it. I had to go to YouTube and figure out that I had to pull the sissy bar pad off, and then there's a lock, and I unlocked it from there. I had no idea even back there.
I didn't know that either.
I under the seat, I was all over. I couldn't figure out where it was. So hopefully I can help people that have some of those same kind of problems, with their bikes and such.
That's what this channel is about, is all of us guys here has something to offer, even if it's, like, again, this is not going to just pertain to Harley. It's going to pertain to anything that's out there on two wheels, so.
Oh, good thing.
Yeah, I know.
I've owned other bikes besides Harleys, so I'm not prejudiced.
Yeah, I'm not either, for sure.
Yep, two wheels is two wheels, right, Mike?
Exactly.
Except when they're three.
Yeah, like we said before, there's those weird guys that got to go just the extra half a mile and do that extra wheel there.
Well, that's called getting old.
That's just more money to spend on the tires, right?
Yeah.
No,
I think any kind of customization to me is cool. That's the stuff that I like to watch. Anybody can go to a dealership and buy a bike and ride it around. That's not what it's all about to me.
Right.
Making it your own, putting lights on. If you want to do some graphics on your tank or make change the exhaust out, or those are the kind of things that I think that really make your bike your own.
So have you figured out what kind of name you're going to name your channel? Or I guess you'll display that whenever.
I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, oh man, I have no idea. I got to think of something. So, if you guys have any good ideas or any kind of, something, put it in the chat. I haven't decided yet. I mean, it's going to be a bit, but I have no idea yet.
Okay, special shout out again, the Map Man Tennessee. What's up, guys? You saying hi? So we're saying hi back. Another guy in there. We have 10 people watching.
Nice. Yeah, if you guys are, if you enjoyed the show, make sure you share it out.
Share it out, like it, yeah. And kind of a general idea with you guys in the chat is kind of do the scenic routes and us recording it. And I'm not sure how fast we can get it edited. At least have 3 or 4 videos done, and then for that Saturday we can display. Okay, I went to this location here, and as we're kind of watching it, I can kind of explain. Same thing with Dwayne and Utah too. So I know everyone never. Some people just haven't been to Texas, so they're like, "Oh, what's in Texas?" So it's just kind of give us a little scenic route.
You can do a scenic ride in a car, but there's nothing like
the open road and just nothing around you.
Wheels, man. It's an incredible. It's above and beyond what would normally happen.
Especially when you're riding in the country and you get that fresh air smell, and you get the smell of the asphalt, get the smell of the fields and everything. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like we went to Conroe probably before all this COVID stuff happened, but we were passing through Montgomery County, and it's just nothing but pine trees, and it's just a trail just going through the woods like that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's up in our canyons. That's what our canyons are like, and I'll be doing some of those.
Oh, nice.
A nice two lane road going up through the mountains. Different, quaking aspens on this side and pine trees over here. So.
And there's a lot to see in Texas. Texas is huge. It takes you 8 hours to get out of Texas by itself.
Right?
So there's so much room to cover, I guess you could say.
And we have some of the most beautiful scenic byways in the United States. They've been, we have one called the Mirror Lake Highway, and it's been, on a bunch of different travel channels and stuff like that, just for how beautiful it is. So looking forward to it. I just need to get my butt to work, and so I'll probably start tearing down tomorrow and see if I can get the carburetors fixed up. And
so do you plan on kind of, with their new camera, do you plan on kind of recording this as you're going, or you're going to have your wife hold it or tripod it, or?
I think I'm going to tripod it. My wife would be ultimately bored.
I know, right?
Dan, yeah. So I'll probably figure out a tripod, or I might just, being it's just nice and mountable, I might just set it on a something, my toolbox or something, and just get it to the right angle and stuff. So.
And then just do the editing.
It'd be awesome. The Smoky Mountains and that.
Oh, that would be cool, especially display on here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, if you ride, Matt, man, go to the Texasrider YouTube. Facebook, and dump some of your photos, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, so we're trying to build up the Facebook page as Texasrider. I displayed it earlier. Just put some of your pictures out there if you ride. I'm gonna have different guests on here too, not just the 4 old guys here. So.
Hey, who you
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, the Matt Man, Tennessee, he said about riding in Tennessee mountains. I've been through the Smoky Mountains through there.
Oh wow!
Rode through that and then down into Pigeon Forge, and went to. It's a nice ride, and they do look like smoke's coming out from the trees. Of course, I don't know if that's any moonshiners or not. None of my business. But it is. It's beautiful country there to ride in. They've got it. It's nice curvy. I love the curves and straightaways are cool, but it's nice. It's a nice ride.
Yeah. Did you ride it on your bike a long time ago, or?
Nope, I rode it in a car.
On a car, okay.
Had to ride it in a car when I got ended up on 2 crutches, and I had to ride it in a car. But nonetheless, it's still just as beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
But I know it would be a good ride though on a bike for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Tennessee is not that far away from Texas, so.
No, it's not. And Kentucky's got some great riding.
I think every state has some great riding.
South Carolina, yeah.
Yep.
All in places.
We had some great riding here in Texas. One of the places we're going to ride this summer after all this COVID's over is called the Three Sisters. It's over by San Antonio.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Mountains, or what are the Three Sisters? Are they mountains or?
No, there are 3 different roads that are all twisty, turny,
Right.
and it's in the Texas Hill Country, and so
it's a very if you go on YouTube and you type in the Three Sisters like that, it's a very dangerous road. So if you don't have experience, you can just easily go off the road. And supposedly, I think this is the one that you're talking about, but right before you go through the first turn, I think there's a sign that tells you how many people have not made it, have crashed in there.
Wow.
It's if you don't have any experience, this is not something to mess around with. Of course, there are probably I'm not sure what the percentage is, and I'm not calling out anybody, but the crotch rockets that like to go very fast, a lot of them just couldn't make the turn real fast, and they just kind of slid off. And there's a lot of wrecks on there too, on YouTube for that. But these, you see on some YouTube, there's just cruisers going down there, just taking it easy. The first come around, and then there's these crotch rockets that are going 80, 90 miles an hour, taking these turns. And if you don't take the turn right, there you could hit somebody directly on too. So it's a very dangerous street or road, and it's something not to mess with.
Well, there's video up on YouTube about they're actually called the Twisted Sisters, the three Twisted Sisters. But there's a YouTube up on video if anybody wants to go look, or I can put it up on here for a minute if you want to see something.
Yeah, let's go ahead and post something up here real quick.
Okay.
And this will kind of give you a general idea. There's some, I guess there's another one. Not, I think it's out of Texas here. It's called the Tail of the Dragon or something. That's another dangerous one.
All right, here you go.
All right, you're gonna have to screen share it. I don't see on the back panel yet. You got it? Hey, special shout out again with Kathleen Brandt. How you doing? I didn't know if you were going to make it today. Real quick, I'm not sure if you're subscribed to us on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but Facebook. If you can, I don't know if it's up to your husband if he wants to post his bike pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna be doing a bike of the week kind of thing. Just a general, we'll pick one per week in our little panel here, and we'll display it on Facebook. And
hey, don't forget to tell them about your poll on your community tab about the time.
Yes, definitely, for sure, Mike. When starting this show, we figured 10 o'clock. That way, it gets everything out of the way, your food and all that. And if you have certain shows that you watch on YouTube or even on TV, will interfere with our shows. But we're thinking about actually changing the time here. We're trying to take a little poll on it. We're gonna do either 8, 9, or stay with the 10 that we're doing now. But we wanted to throw it to you guys and see what you guys think about that in the chat here, and then we'll kind of decide from there. And then the following week we might implement it. So you might see a time change. If not, then we'll keep it at 10 p.m.
And they can vote on your community tab, right?
Yeah, if we can vote on the community tab, I'm gonna put it on there. Probably after this video here. But I didn't know if you guys thought that the time was okay, or if not, making it too late. Because I know some people go to bed early, even though it's Saturday night.
Kathleen wants to know if the same name on the Facebook page is this channel.
All right, hold on a second. Let me bring this up here real quick, and you'll see it right here. Let me screen share it, and then go from there. All right. It's Texasrider, but I think it's Texasrider at Texas Riding, because they already have Texasrider, but I'm going to show it here on the screen just so you guys kind of see what we're dealing with here. Application.
There you go.
All right, there you go. So that's what it looks like, Kathleen. It shows my new bike in the corner as the icon, and then it shows the Texas flag. It shows all my videos on there. It's going to show all the past shows on there too, of course. But if you want, you guys can put both your bikes on there, and then we're going to display each bike 1 week at a time, of course. And oh, it looks like Going on Grumpy's here. How you doing?
Hey, Barb.
I haven't seen you guys in a while, so how's everything going? So that's the screen here. Wizard, have you brought up that video yet?
Yeah, I've got it. Let me get my share screen going and okay, and I'll bring it up right here.
Okay. Also, Wizard has a channel that he's starting. I'm not sure. I guess he's gonna put kind of like repairs, like kind of like what I do and stuff like that on there. What was your YouTube channel name, Wizard? What was it? Wizard Works or Wizard World?
I don't think he can hear you.
Is that showing?
No, it's not showing. I think you said it's going to be Wizard World, but let me make sure for sure.
I don't know why it's not bringing it up.
You hit screen share, and then there's a tab that you select.
Yeah, that it says right here, screen share, and I clicked on there, share screen.
Okay.
And so can you see the screen of us on there?
It just shows us four here, but on the bottom panel on StreamYard, it should show should show it on the bottom, and I can select it, bring it back.
Now can you see it?
No.
Okay, because I'm on that one for sharing that screen.
Yeah, it should show up on the bottom here. What's is it the best Texas motorcycle ride, Twisted Sisters?
Yes.
Leaky, Texas?
Yes.
So let me bring that up now.
Okay.
See if I can bring it up here on my channel, on my part.
Okay.
Oh, well, real quick, I was asking you while you were messing with the StreamYard, what was going to be your YouTube name?
Wizard Works.
Wizard Works, okay. And what kind of, tell us a little bit about that. Are you going to be doing the, like different,
I'm probably going to be selling some stuff online like Mike does, Biker Basement, but this is stuff I own myself. Also some how-tos on doing custom paint because I've done my own paint on several bikes. And so it's not as hard as people think. Just takes a little bit of time, and how to do trade out deals and get people that do that. It's like the bike that I gave James. The front wheels on that were an exchange for a paint job that I had done on some tanks that I had picked up.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
All right. I picked a part where the guy is droning it, so you can kind of see exactly the whole area, I guess you can say. So the first part of it was him just driving around and all that, and here's an actual video that I've seen here. Let me hit play here, and you guys can kind of see what it's all about here. Let us know if you guys can see this okay here. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful right there.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
And this is
somebody's using a drone.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get the drone up and just to kind of see what kind of roads there are here. I want to kind of do footage like that. We do have a drone here. I know there's some qualifications. I'm a little, we're not kind of doing this commercially, I guess, but this kind of display going up and, showing scenes like this. So
I think you're okay if you keep the drone under 500 feet.
Oh, is it? I didn't know. I know
of airplanes.
Okay, because I know Wizard, you got a drone too, right?
Yes, I do. I've got the unique 4K.
So what? Then you have to go through some kind of certification.
Yes, you do. You have to be. You have to be licensed. You have to be licensed to fly the drone. You have to send in a fee and takes a test to be able to fly the drone.
Oh, okay.
And your drone has a license that matches yours that you put on the drone itself, so that if something happens, the drone is linked back to you.
Oh, that's great. You know, so like if something happens where you hit something that's pretty important. I
Yep.
mean, this stuff like that kind of looks like Arizona. You know, I mean, look at that. It's some
Yeah, there's
really
like
cool stuff.
the desert lands out here in Utah too.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, we are in the process of getting more cameras for the bike. I mean, I just have a front end, my GoPro 8 facing forward, but I'm gonna do some different. Uh, I have a actual older GoPro 3, but if I put it on the handlebars, it doesn't have stabilization. But I'm thinking about maybe mounting it to my helmet, and then put my GoPro because it does have stabilization, and the maybe the handlebars are further down. You know.
Sure. So there's a
Matt,
couple of
I
questions.
was just, were you going to ask the question that the Matman Tennessee was asking?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, he just wanted to know when the Wizard started his channel, or if he started it yet.
Probably about a week and a half ago.
Cool.
Oh, was it Kathleen was saying? Oh, okay. He says, "What color is your bike, Wizard?"
Oh, Kathleen. Okay. My bike. What part of town do you live in, Kathleen?
She lives in Cyprus, actually, about a mile from my work at Expro off of 290 area.
Okay. She might have seen it. My bike. Is she talking about my 3-wheeler or my old bike?
I think the 3-wheeler.
Because I've been over the Mancuso Crossroads on the 3-wheeler.
Yeah, she said it's the old bike. Yeah, 3-wheeler.
Oh, the 3-wheeler?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell her that I've been to Mancuso Crossroads on that 3-wheeler in that part of town. So that's where she might have seen it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a matte black. And it also has the touring pack, right? Where it has the trunk on the back.
Right. It's got the touring pack and saddlebag lights.
So Matt, he doesn't have any. I'm not sure. I think you might have 1 or 2 subscribers because I think I know YouTube's weird about that. So I guess if you don't have anything posted, or if you have maybe 1 or 2 subscribers on there, it's not going to show up in the search engine right away, I guess. So I'm trying to work with Wizard to get that situated. So, and if maybe after the show, what we'll do is we'll post a link in the description, and then you guys can click on that. So whenever Mothership Products Dwayne gets his channel up, it'll be in the description too. He can click on it, and if you haven't already, subscribe to him once he gets that channel up. But also Biker's Basement is going to be in there, and of course the Texasrider Facebook page and Instagram page is going to be on there. Yeah, this video here, it just doesn't look. I mean, it's showing a couple of things, but not really all that we kind of want to watch. But as far as my end for the week that I've done, I haven't really been working on the Sportster because my 2006 Ford Ranger, I was having some idling issues, and I actually had to ride to work this last week because it started messing up and started shaking real bad. And just in 2018, I changed the spark plugs, the wires, and the coil pack. So I took it to AutoZone. Basically, they were saying, well, it was misfiring on the first cylinder. I was like, well, and they always give you that printout and say, okay, need to change the wires and the spark plugs. So I was like, man, I already did that in 2018. Could something really go wrong like that? So, and I got the coil pack on Rock Auto, which has a 3-year warranty. So I decided to kind of guess I'm no mechanic. Basically, I'm not a mechanic as far as being a car mechanic or a motorcycle mechanic, but I like it so much that I'm willing to learn and go from there. You know, I'm mechanically inclined. I used to be a bowling alley mechanic for 20 years. I did that before I got into the oil business, and then so I've turned wrenches most of my life. You know, but anyway, I went to Rock Auto. They exchanged my coil pack. I put it on today, and it's like boom, brand new again. It just started running. So I kind of got lucky and picked the right item that was it was broken. You know, so
Well,
yeah,
Dad kind of gave you the suggestion. That's what it was too.
yeah, a little bit. Well, you first said the wires were, you know, and that's the thing is the in 2018 when I went to AutoZone, they you know, I bought the wires there. So my next item, if it wasn't going to be the coil pack, I was going to go ahead and exchange all my wires back again, get some new ones, put those on there, and then from there go with the spark plugs. But it happened to be the coil pack.
By the way,
first one, yeah, go ahead.
by the way, it's not Wizard Works. It's Wizard's World. I don't know why I thought Wizard Works. It's Wizard's World.
Yes, don't forget Wizard's World. Is it going to be a
Wizard's World?
Can you go ahead and spell
Because
that
I just
out?
went and looked at I just went WIZARD apostrophe S and then the name World WORLD.
Okay. So maybe Matt, if you would maybe go to the YouTube channel again or search engine and kind of type it out, maybe you might find it again. But I'm trying to get him promoted, and you know we're gonna have that in our description. So also Dwayne too, I didn't ask you. Did you go to any storage auctions? Did you find anything as Harley related?
I didn't.
You
I
did?
was looking at one storage unit, but it kind of got out of my price range.
Mhm.
And I have a lot of stuff right now, so I'm not really, I'm not going out there to search necessarily. I mean, if I come across a good deal, then I'll pick it up. But I got plenty to list right now and get selling.
Right.
But I'll keep looking, of course.
Yeah. Also, too, this is the main question I wanted to ask today for Dwayne and Jim is how is the COVID-19 changing you the way you're riding right now? I mean, I know there's a restriction, I guess you can say, but when you're riding, especially like in our group with Wizard, we probably have, well, we can have up to 15 at one time, but that's not always the case. That's only the case when we have it going to Galveston over the bigger rallies. But most of us, it's in between 3 to 4, somewhere around there, when we ride on any given day. But we ride, depends, with this COVID ID, we're probably going to ride not really staggered, but just kind of far away. And of course, there's nothing to ride to, but that's not the point. We just ride to a location, and even if it's out in the country, we can just stop and hang out for a little while.
Sure.
But how is it affecting you guys as far as riding?
Well, I haven't been riding very much just because the weather's been kind of crappy. But it's one of the things that I do whenever I go out, whether I'm riding or I'm in a car or whatever. If I go into a store or whatever, I carry a little bottle of hand sanitizer. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there. And I carry that on my belt. And whenever I go to touch something, I put a little hand sanitizer on it. And I rub my hands and I rub it all over everything that I'm going to touch so that I'm disinfecting it before me and for after me also.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it's April. It's just been so far. Well, the end of March, first part of April has just been weather's been kind of crappy. In fact, we were supposed to have heavy storms this week. Friday is supposed to hail, they said, and it hadn't done anything. So, Friday and Saturday we
No.
probably could have rode. And then I looked on my phone app for the weather, and it was supposed to rain at 7 p.m. today. So we almost could have rode today. But it happens. How about you, Dwayne? Has it affected you any?
Well, right now I'm still just a lone rider, and I haven't been riding a whole lot either because of the weather. It's still pretty cold here. I mean, the last couple, 2, 3 days have been kind of nice, so I've got out, and my bike's not running real well right now,
Yeah.
and it needs some work. So I really haven't been, out much. I mean, just and everything I have been doing has just been local, 5, 10 miles at a time, just trying to get the bike to run or trying to figure out my camera or stuff like that. So, yep, it really hasn't affected me, but
That's good.
not out there that much yet.
Yeah. I mean, once you start riding on a regular basis, it can be, well, probably once a week if the weather is nice.
Yeah.
But are you gonna join any kind of Facebook groups to kind of ride with their, like, not necessarily big groups, but like 1 or 2 people? And what I did was I picked up another guy that started riding with us. Now, his name is Mike, and I met him through next door, and I put out just because it's basically three of it's me and my dad and another guy named Dale that rides with us. And then when we go on bigger rides, it's up to 15 people, like I was telling you. But again, we not only ride, it's between 3 and 4 people. But I was like, it's nice to have other riders too, and to join the group. And what I did was I posted something on Nextdoor, and 2 people replied. And one of the guys that rides with us now, his name is Mike, and he started kind of riding with us on a regular basis now. So
That's cool.
it's just something to think about.
Point, I'll do something like that. I'm sure there's plenty of riders out here. Like I said, I don't live too far from the Harley dealership. I'm sure I'll be stopping in there for different parts and stuff, and I can always find out from there if they have a riding group, or just like you said, guys who just want to ride with somebody else as well.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a great way to connect is Facebook.
Absolutely.
Are you okay over there? That noise?
No, that's the dog.
Is that your dog?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's Thunderpaw's coughing.
Oh, I thought that was Dwayne at first. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Checking. Well, not necessarily you, but like the dogs. I know because you have dogs too.
Not one me.
Yeah, Catherine. Kathleen says she has a lot of old biker pictures. I mean, it's up to you if you want to patch them. If you want to take pictures and put them on there. I mean, it's just up to you. Just kind of display, and we'll display them on the Facebook page here and YouTube. So that's up to you personally. Now, if you do post something, I have it set up now to where I had it wide open so anybody can post at time, but I just didn't want to get my Facebook page, Facebook page jail. So I decided to make it where I have to approve all the comments and all that.
Gotcha.
But
That's the best way.
yeah, that's all I need is to get kicked off of YouTube already, on Facebook.
Oh, here's a little note. You remember a friend of mine by the name of Carrie Catania?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Carrie's son has a degree in music. I think he's got a master's degree in music, and he just moved up to the Conroe area, and he's going to work for a company called Applied Tesla Technologies. And it's where they make Tesla coils for the bands like Kiss and Metallica and stuff like that. So he's going to work for them making music with Tesla coils. Well, come to find out, Carrie's brother-in-law or half-brother, Carrie's half-brother is a Hell's Angel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of Tesla coil and electricity, they got that new Harley Davidson. What is it called? The live wire.
Yeah.
But
the live wire.
I've heard some bad stories about that. I mean, you can't go very far on that thing. And I've noticed when I was getting my bike, they had the brand new stations out there to charge them all that. But I'm just wondering if if Harley Davidson, of course, they're not going to give me anything for free, of course, but
Hey, Don.
I didn't see anything in there for them to charge this
Now,
new bike
now
out there.
I've actually ridden the live wire.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah, and they had it where you could demo the live wire,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, and this was not in the fast mode, and it will run out from underneath you if you're not careful. It is fast, but the problem with it doesn't have any range.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that might be a good story for next week. We can talk about that, Wizard.
Sure.
We're coming up on that hour there too. So, but if you guys enjoyed the show, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll probably have the same panel on next week. If not, of course, it's going to be changed in the community tab. And also make sure you go to my community tab once I post that voting on the different time change. I didn't know if this was okay with you guys with the time. We're going to do 8, 9, or 10. I know 10 o'clock after the shows and all that. Everybody's kind of didn't know if they were sleeping on Saturday or not, but we just figured maybe changing the time, give you an idea of it, so you can be here when you can. But it seems like we have about 11 people watching right now, which is good. Is there any more comments that you guys want to talk real quick? We have about 4 minutes.
I got nothing.
Again, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank everybody in the chat. I also want to thank our first responders, everybody on the front line again. The second time we can't, all the grocery stores, all the people that are there that are providing business for us, and which is good. The restaurants are there too. They're just not going into the lobby now. But I want to thank everybody, doctors, all the stalkers, everyone, the people that don't get the most respect on is the truck drivers that are delivering the stock to the stores. And
Amen to that.
And we want to thank them too.
Amen to that. Because if you look now, all the people on the front lines, like you said, are the doctors and the nurses, the grocery store workers, the truck drivers, and everybody. And it's not the athletes or the high-priced celebrities. They're not on the front line. They're not doing anything but hunkered down, doing nothing to help. These other people are putting their lives on the line to help us.
Yeah.
Mike, was Mike going to say something?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay. He's ready to go.
Hello, Don.
Oh, Don says, no, keep going. She's ready for, I mean, we can go on for probably hours, but we need another show here. But thank you, Don, for joining us also. A little late, but, and I know your time is in California, so. And Matt says again, don't forget to post these in the description. I definitely will for sure. I'll get all the information from you guys. But I think that's it, guys. And you guys have a good night and be safe out there. And thank you for joining the show. Have a good one, guys.
See you, buddy. Have a good one. Be safe out there.